The huge COVID-19 surge also fueling new calls for mask mandates in schools. Earlier this month, the CDC issued guidance saying vaccinated teachers and students do not need to wear masks inside school buildings. But now, as reporter Natalie Fahmy shows us, the American Academy of Pediatrics is recommending universal masking in schools for anyone older than 2.
Across New York State, there has been a slight uptick in COVID positivity rates. Here in Western New York, the rate has gone from 0.57% to 1.36% positivity in a week.
Infectious variants circulating in our area, people interacting more, packaged together with a major holiday is certainly the factors that are responsible for this bump in cases.
But Dr. Thomas Russo from the UB Jacobs School of Medicine says the increase is not cause for concern as vaccination rates in the area are high. 60% of Erie County residents have received at least their first dose. But on Monday, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommended universal masking in schools for children over 2.
Part of this recommendation is based on the fact that a large proportion of that student population is unvaccinated.
With the new guidance that's come out, both parents and the Niagara Falls City School District Superintendent say they don't want to go backwards in all the progress they've made this past year.
It was really quite shocking that they weren't taking into account vaccination status.
We have to be careful about making generalizations and sweeping statements and pronouncements based on what's happening in other parts of the country.
Dr. Russo argues decisions should be made locally with broader guidance in mind.
May not necessarily be applicable for a region that has higher vaccination rates and a lower community burden of disease.
Mark Laurie says his school district has not had a single COVID-19 case throughout summer school with an optional mask policy.
If the numbers start to rise, we've done it before, we can stop and say, you know what? We're getting to a dangerous point here. Everybody's masked again.
Parent advocate Taria Parson has 2 children.
We're all anxiously waiting for New York State Education Department and the New York State Health Department to issue their guidance.
Still, one thing Laurie says with certainty, he has no intent of going back to remote learning.
That's an extreme measure right now that I am, not in support of.
In Buffalo, Natalie Fahmy, 7 Eyewitness News.